Ladies and gentlemen, friends and comrades, it is official. I am becoming a Tory. Now, I know this might seem strange to some of you, but I've had this feeling, and I've had it for quite a while now, that the story of UKIP has essentially run its course. After Farage, there was a bit of a power vacuum, and this was filled by various people until we eventually got to Gerard Batten. Now, Gerard Batten was one of those people who's one in a million. He brought the party back from bankruptcy. He almost doubled the membership, and he spoke honestly and openly and tough on the issues which were the issues of the day, the issues which mattered: Brexit, immigration, Islamic extremism, grooming gangs, terrorism. And he was a force of nature. He gave voice to the people which were unheard, the working class especially, the truly patriotic people who believed in a forward-thinking, rational voice, basically. And that was stripped away from us by the undemocratic NEC, as we all know. They blocked Gerard from standing again, and they essentially wrecked the party, I believe. And, you know, for me, we've had Richard Brain come in. He's done a decent job. He's sort of brought the members together and said, "Oh, stick with us." And he originally ran on the Batten ticket, essentially, but he's not Batten, and he can't do what Batten did, and he can't be the same force as Batten because he doesn't quite have the same energy and charisma as Batten. And I feel sad saying that because I do love Richard Brain, but Gerald Batten's just one of those people who comes around every 30 to 50 years who just totally changes everything. He's an East London lad. He's written books to do with Brexit, relating to the Constitution and other things like that. He is one of a kind. And without Gerard as leader, I just don't see UKIP being the same party. It will sort of bumble along, and people will have their meetings and talk about, oh yeah, we want to get Brexit done and all that kind of thing, and gin each other up, but it's not going to go anywhere. UKIP without Gerard as leader is a social club. I'm sorry, but that's fact in my opinion. And so unless Gerard becomes leader again, which from every piece of evidence I've seen, he's not going to become leader again, then it's not worth it. If UKIP is basically going to mirror the Tories and not talk tough on, Islamic extremism and things like that, then you might as well just join the Tories, which is what I'm doing. Boris Johnson, moving on to the Tories, has changed the Tory party radically, okay? 20 Conservative Remainer MPs have been chucked out the Tory party because of him, because they have not supported Boris's deal. They've got Priti Patel as Home Secretary. He's the most right-wing Tory in the whole of the Tory party. This is a woman who wants to support the death penalty. She wants to reduce immigration dramatically. She said so. She said she wants to end free movement only recently. We've got Jacob Rees-Mogg, head of the Commons, head of the House of Commons. He's a solid Conservative. Boris Johnson, people say, some people say, oh, just another Tory. He's not. He's a totally different animal. He wants a solid Brexit. He's full-heartedly in favour of Brexit. He wants to do a lot of Trumpian things, which Trump has talked about: cutting regulation, lowering taxes, things which are really going to make us competitive. And to be quite frank, we're going to be a bit of a pain in the arse towards the EU because we're going to be a lot more competitive than them. We're going to make a lot of money and we're going to do a lot of winning. And the EU ain't going to like that because they don't like other people winning over them. So it's going to be good fun. I do believe they will reduce immigration dramatically. I take their word for that. I know people say, oh, Tories, blah, blah, blah. But like I said before, Priti Patel, Boris Johnson, Jacob Rees-Mogg, even people like Steve Barclay and Mark Francois, these are solid Tories who believe in real conservative principles, and they are at the spearhead of the Conservative Party at the moment. This ain't going to change. This ain't going to go back to Theresa May's version of the Conservative Party. These people have got the keys to the castle now. You know, people like Rory Stewart have noticed that also. That's why Rory Stewart's left the party and become an independent, because he basically said I tried to create this one nation Tory crap, but I didn't succeed, and the Tory party has gone ahead in this right-wing direction, so there's nothing I can do about it. And he's right, the Tory party has gone that direction. And that's why, you know, as a former kipper, I think it's my duty to say, well, actually, you're doing the business now, and I appreciate that, and you deserve my support, so I'm going to give you my support. So I'm back in the Tories. I've created a Facebook group, which you can all join me on. It's called Purple Tories. And the reason why it's called Purple Tories is pretty obvious. It's for people who are ex-kippers who like what Boris is doing and support him and want to join us in uniting the conservative right-wingers around Britain and basically doing to the Tory party what Trump did to the Republicans, is just reaffirming those conservative principles, you know, cutting immigration, lowering tax regulation and things like that, and making Britain great again, because that's what we need to do. So I've created this Facebook group. I've set out a small list of core principles. I put these principles in because I thought these are the most important, I would say, and they really sort of emphasize the UKIP core values. And these are ideas which the Conservative Party are slowly aligning themselves with. But with people like us, we can really cement those policies going in place. So I'll give you a list of the principles which I've laid out. Immigration to the tens of thousands. I don't believe immigration should be reduced to zero, as some people do. We need some flow where we can accommodate, you know, skilled workers in certain sectors which are underemployed, shall we say. So immigration to the tens of thousands. The Conservatives have pledged to do that previously, but they've never really been serious about it. I believe they're changing that attitude now, and they are getting serious about it. So that's a good thing, and we should hold them to account for that. Lower social spending, lower taxes, common sense. We shouldn't spend more than we can afford. We currently spend more on our debt interest than we do on the military, which is ridiculous. Lowering taxes, it's been proven through economic theory that if you lower taxes, you know, businesses become more prosperous, they invest more, the economy gets stronger. This is just common sense, in my opinion. And to be fair to the Tories, they've been pretty solid on that, but they do need to do a lot more, especially when it comes to, you know, pubs and things like that. We need to really make them competitive again by really lowering, you know, alcohol duty and business tax and things like that, because we need to save our pubs. You know, where are the geezers of the country going to go to if we don't have our pubs? Come on. Support veterans. We can't let what happened to the veterans in Northern Ireland happen again, because that was atrocious. You know, good, decent people getting thrown under the bus for some stupid prosecutions brought about because Theresa May was an absolute witch and just wanted to show how cuddly she was by chucking good veterans under the bus. None of that is ever going to happen again. especially with the purple Tories holding the Tories to account. Scrap hate speech laws. We're a country of free speech. We should not have any laws which inhibit freedom of speech. They need to go straight away. And promote British values, because this is Britain, of course. We need to say, you know, this is Britain. We're proud of our history. We're not going to go down ripping statues of William Gladstone and Churchill and stuff on some spurious basis. We support democracy, freedom of speech, and parliamentary democracy. And we support the Queen, of course, our British sovereign. And we need to really give voice to that and say we're a proud country and we're not ashamed of our history. You know, we created the modern world. Thank you very much. You're welcome. So there you go. I've got my new group, Purple Tories. I've put it in the description. Feel free to join it. You don't have to be an ex-kipper. You can be a kipper currently and, you know, have strong sympathy with what Boris Johnson is doing. You're free to join if you believe in our principles. And also, if you're a Tory and, you know, you believe in these values, feel free to join as well. This is more about just creating a little movement inside the Tory party. I believe the Tory party is subscribing to these principles now anyway, and they're moving in that direction. But with this little in-group, we can just really hold them account, you know, like the ERG has done with the Conservative Party. And look what they've done. Radically transforms the Conservative Party. So there you go. So yeah, join the Tory party, join my group, the Purple Tories, and let's make Britain great again. Thank you very much. See you later.